Okay, so we all saw the white flags above the Brooklyn Bridge, which is most likely the government surrendering to ISIS and saying, don't nuke us, covertly.
Nuke us.
So I find this interesting right here that there's a new TV series called Nuclear Family Manhattan. Of course, Obama's been foaming at the mouth and flapping his jaw about his number one fear is New York getting nuked, or loose nukes in Manhattan. Here's a TV show that's supposed to start July 27, 2014, and it's called Nuclear Family. And then you have the white flag above the Brooklyn Bridge issuing surrender to ISIS. So Sarah Adams, the Rockefeller, said New York would be nuked. The guy in Bulgaria, his name is Mark, we'll just call him Mr. Bulgaria to keep, to make him stand out. So he said New York would get nuked. Then you got this IMDb TV show getting nuked. By the way, I did indeed go to Harvey Bay Publications, and I filled out the paperwork to claim Moorish nationality, and I sent it into them, and I also bought the ID card. So I spent $50 for the ID card, $25 for the paperwork, but I still gotta wait for the paperwork to come back, so then I send it off to the 7 places that I need to send it, which would include like the IRS, federal government, etc., etc. And now I am at a whole new level of DNA activation where fluorescent light really bothers my eyes. I feel like I want to wear sunglasses at the gym because it bothers me. I can't stand looking up at it. So yeah, this right here is just insane. I mean, we're looking at, I was told August 17th, New York would be nuked, but the guy in Bulgaria also knows how to look at natal charts. He said that he sees a big change in my natal chart around August 8th, which would signify that I would be leaving. It suggests that I would be leaving for August 17th, so. Also, this A right here, Manhattan, you have like the A with this these white parentheses. I don't know what that means. Pendragon's unspell suggests that the A is like donkey legs or like horse legs. The triangle is like a tail right here. Oh, and I intend to petition the IRS for the money they made off of my straw man. And if I have to, I will sue for slavery if they don't indemnify me. So that's what I plan to do, and I'm dead serious about it too, because they even tell you how to build a suit on RVBaypublications.com. And it seems like it might be somewhat easy for me, because, well, not easy, but not as hard for me, because I was a judge in Atlantis, so all this legal stuff is like coming back to me. So it should be easier for me, since I'm very left-brained, and language and logic is right up my alley. And the problem I'm having is that no one is like emailing me back or picking up the phone. So I definitely think these RV Bay people were tipped off as well, because not only is Nanya L, the Yamasee Board in Turtle Island, not picking up the phone, there's no one else picking up, returning my emails either. So Nanya L is not returning my emails. RBA Publications is not returning my emails. I'm pretty sure it's the computer. And my more accurate definition of seeing 33 everywhere means that your life is on like 100% like alien control autopilot. It means that they stepped in and are guiding you toward their goal for your life. So seeing 33 everywhere means that now they're manipulating the computer to take over your life, so you do exactly what they want you to do. Because I was like at Wendy's, it was the only place open, getting some grilled chicken, and I looked at my receipt, it was $12.33, and I still see 33 and 13 everywhere, and it's just one of those things where they're using the computer to guide you toward their goal for you. So I'm going to use all the resources I can. I'm going to try to contact David Miller, and I'm going to try to contact a lot of people to help me build this lawsuit. I got a feeling by the time I go to file it, I'll be gone. So we'll see how it works, and if I ever get the money, I will take care and build my arm. It'll be basically like one giant BDSM.
The Guru report. So they injected me, my left lat muscle with reptilian DNA. I know this because I talked to Reptoid Wizard. He confirmed it, and he said like you would get like red, dry blotches around your face, which I did. And I don't know why they injected me with reptilian DNA in my lat. They did it while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I think it might have something to do with letting my hair fall out more. Override the monkey bullshit DNA.
With her girlfriend.
You're trying to make your heart have a heart attack.
This video is mostly about, I know the guy who downloaded me, gave me the conscious downloads and popped in my head today. I think it was a black guy named Winston, who was
I don't
like a
believe them.
substitute
I've
teacher
never
at
seen it.
Medical Academy when I was getting my x-ray training in 2007.
She hasn't said nothing about it.
An x-ray technician, and he was in the national, he was a black guy in the National Guard.
I accidentally, really accidentally.
In his spare time, he was a teacher at Medical Academy. The reason why I think it was him because it popped in my head, and he was like, he seemed like a guy that was like way too happy just to be like an average Joe guy.
No, I mean, like,
He seemed like way too high frequency to be just a normal person, and he knew how to work the room. He was very social, like, you know, all the other reptilians, and so I'm pretty sure it was him. And I remember friends said that my grandfather knew who this person was, and I think that was just Fred being a fucking, you know, piece of shit, misleading piece of shit that he is. And
do you have money, like party money? Yeah, money here is bullshit.
And let me just say that the same way that I knew that I found out Melody's name is the same way that I figured this one out, because it's one of those things where it just all of a sudden it's
okay, alright.
Figure out. It's because I wasn't trying to figure it out. You know, that's why. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. The timing makes perfect sense.
Thank you for helping me.
But I started waking up when I was like a rent-a-cop at the mall, and this was in that time frame.
Domestic violence stream.
So, the other thing I wanted to say, which really doesn't matter at all, is that, like everything else I say, is that, well, first of all, let me get into another piece of news. I was told I was going to go underground. I was going to go to the Georgia Guidestones, where there's an underground entrance to the base, like a underground train, and I would talk to a gray alien, and the gray alien would show me a card. And I had to say what I saw on the card because it was a test of Kundalini. And so basically, I'm pretty sure I'm going underground soon before
Bro, he's trolling.
Yellowstone blows up on August 17th. Same thing with New York. I don't know if that's the exact date, but that's the projected date, basically. That's the date that I'm aware of. So, the other thing that I'm getting really sick of is, I'm getting really tired of Alex Jones because he's not, like, funny anymore. He stopped, like, flipping his shit. He stopped, like, saying things like, kill all the black babies right now. He stopped, like, he stopped, like, working people over. Now, he's still working people over. He's still, like, trolling the
This is fucking hilarious.
Now he's doing it, like, in a very dry, boring way. And you know who Alex Jones is? He's Steve from Blue's Clues, because the motherfucker never gets. He forgot what he learned, and then he always forgets what he learns, and then he goes from like day one consciousness to like year 7 consciousness.
You might want to like see if you need to update the app or delete it,
Bob Barr,
and then reinstall it.
Former congressman who voted for the Patriot Act.
But yeah, it's fucking up for me too.
War in Iraq. He goes from interviewing
I'm just
Bob
sitting here
Barr
trying to calm everyone down. I accidentally told my
talking
random
about like
the
how
plans.
NASA intercepted.
I'm listening to this dude. He's fucking hilarious. He's talking about going into underground bunkers with the gray alien underneath the Georgia Guidestones and shit. It's fucking hilarious.
Hysterics, and I'm getting tired of. I mean, it's funny if he's hysterical when he's like saying things like, kill all the black babies right now.
Making funny,
saying funny shit like
480
that.
capsules
But he's
for
like, he's
$84.
getting to the point where
That's a
like
bit off, bro.
Too. He looks like a fucking like.
I think it's the capsules is what made it so expensive.
Like, mayonnaise cheeks. I mean,
because I like the straight powder because it tastes good to me. Cause
when you look at it
I
from
involved
the
the
90s,
taste
2000s,
relief. I also
he
got
looks like a person.
like half of this
But
7
when you look at
left.
him now, he looks like a fucking fat freak.
Well, no,
He
like
looks
a quarter.
drug
That shit
freak.
fucks me up too bad.
And he should, if they were gonna like stage his death, if he was gonna stage his own death, he should do it like the Chris Farley way with like the fucking hookers and cocaine. And obviously he's a djinn, and so is Dr. Group, and so is Paul Joseph Watson. They probably all are djinn. There's only like the 3 I'm sure of. And I remember back in the day, he would always be like, it's all about ending the left-wing, right-wing paradigm.
They're just putting too much stress on my grand out here, down there. Like, she's 76,
and then he's like
67,
about,
and
like,
she just had a
Bob
heart
Barr
attack. Like,
talking about like
you were alone on them for a
so
day.
he forgets what
I put her in stress too. I'm not gonna
and
lie.
then he's all over the fucking road. That's what really pisses me off about him. Like, I know it's all an act. I know it's all a joke. But the thing that bothers me is just like the all over the road factor. You need to like see, that's the thing. I think that he should be disciplined by the Masons for like being all over the road and being inconsistent. I really think they should hire me as a quote-unquote continuity manager, because I can tell, like, when something comes out of his mouth, I can tell if that's like a year 1 consciousness level, a year 2 consciousness level, or a year 7 consciousness level. And then he's so fucking all over the goddamn road. It's like he really should be like given like a reprimand by the Masons for like just being so fucking stupid. I mean,
dude, R.I.P. my boy.
it
This
couldn't
dude's
be
fucking
any more
hilarious.
obvious. And then I was listening to it today where they had somebody with the last name of Rappaport on, and the guy's like, oh, the American public, they're just giving into their slavery, and that's wrong. And then he goes and gives like this like unemotional speech, and remember, when they don't use emotion, that means that they're classically CIA trained. They don't use emotion. So he gives like this well thought out, like on air, over the phone speech about how Americans shouldn't, it's wrong to be like helplessly conditioned. And of course that argument is flawed because once again it's not yours to sell, and once again the average person doesn't have a fucking clue. So this guy is unemotionally telling people that they're wrong for being conditioned into slavery. Telling people that they're wrong for that.
Yeah, I can get
So in other words, they're just like trolling the profane. And here's the thing I'm fucking sick of. The other thing I'm sick of, and this goes back to Alex Jones being all over the road. One second he's so fucking sure that the New World Order is gonna win, and then the other second he's like, oh, we will win. Like 1 second
He's right.
like, oh, we're completely fucked, and then the next second, oh, we're gonna have an armed takeover, and this is gonna be 1776. And like I said, I know it's a joke. I know it's a colossal troll. I know the negas are the ultimate troll. As a matter of fact, Obama is my favorite president because I think he trolled the profane better than anyone ever did. better than any nega ever did. I mean, Obama is like the godfather of all the trolls, especially when he did the little workout where he has like the 2-pound weights in his hands, walking up and down. He's doing lunges on the bench, and that was like funny shit because Obama knew that by
this
doing
guy's
that, he would
fucking
piss off
crazy.
all the retards like that Dabu 77 guy and all the other people that hate Obama. See, I love Obama because Obama's a great teacher. He's a great. He really is a great man all the way around because.
Except for the
I would rather have him than like anyone else because obviously a president's only job is to smooth over the roughness with your vocal talent, and he does it better than anyone else. I thought Bush was a dick, and Bush just reminds me of like that manager at work you don't like. I like Obama because Obama is like your cool uncle who just likes to golf and drink. Yeah, Obama's definitely my favorite president of all time. And you can tell, like, once again, like, you can tell how intelligent someone is by what they blame. They blame Obama. They have, like, an IQ of 70, because the profane are given front men to boo and hiss at. And that's why, see, this is why the 13th Son is stupid, because 13th Son doesn't understand that when you are intelligent, you're not going to boo and hiss at the front men. You're going to boo and hiss at people like 13th Son and not anyone else. And speaking of niggers, where the hell is 13th Sign Astrology at? Because I know he lives in Atlanta, and I bet you, I got a feeling he's doing initiations at the Guidestones in Georgia. I got a feeling he's chilling out there. And I like 13th Sign Astrology because he's got a cool head, and he will prevail with his cool head. And I like him. I wouldn't mind learning from him. Shout outs to Brother Hotep. Oh, by the way, people, I'm not going to mention names, don't leave a comment saying that I'm good for a laugh. I don't like that. I don't like the way that's put. Just say, Jordan, you are a skilled comedian. Because good for a laugh is like, telling someone they're good for a laugh is like going up to a girl and saying you're good for your pussy. I don't like the way it sounds. It just sounds like I'm just good for a laugh. Like, in other words, it's like I'm useless only when it pertains to laughing. So I'm not going to mention names on who said that, but I just really don't want to hear that. Just say, like, Jordan, you're skilled at comedy, or you're a skilled comedian. Don't tell me, like, you know, don't say I'm good for a laugh. Okay. Throw those harms.
So I'm still seeing the number 33 everywhere I go, and it started on Sunday. But the interesting thing about this is that right before it all started, I saw a 13 Signs Astrology video where he said, I can't tell you why you're seeing the number 33 or 11 all the time. And right after that is when I started seeing 33 all the time. And hearing it too.
I'm gonna do all my Ritz.
I've only been awake like 2 hours, and I've already heard it like 6 times. And like Alex, I was watching Alex Jones videos. Like, we'll get to that story at 33 after the hour, and I was.
This guy spikes my. I
There's so
fucking
many
love this
examples.
guy.
I'm just naming off the ones I can remember. I was just reading like a magazine at work. It's like 33 casualties, and then here's one that doesn't make any sense at all. I was driving away from Publix and grocery store, and I saw a Hardee's, and Hardee's the sign says like 2 for 3 croissants, and for no reason at all, after it says 2 for 3 croissants, it says like 33. And the 33 on the sign has nothing to do with any like pricing or anything like that. It's just like a random like 33. It's been happening since Sunday, which was 31st.
I'm gonna switch.
Well, no, the 30th.
One of my Templar skills.
So, the explanations that I've gotten for this is, Rachel says it's the computer reading my mind. Some asshole saying that it's the number 33 is guiding me toward the TV show Survivor. Another guy is saying that seeing 33 all the time is an undeclared initiation to the 33rd degree. Well, he didn't say to the 33rd degree, but he said an undeclared initiation. Then I got another one saying, hold on.
How do I switch, bro?
Oh, it's them like redirecting your life. In other words, like you were headed down one path, and then you were going down. Now you're going down another. I don't like it. I think they're gonna. Here's what I don't like about the Survivor thing. As soon as I get to the airport, I'm already drinking fluoridated water, and then when I get to the island and do all the shit, then I'm just starving and drinking fluoridated water, most likely.
Oh, I can't have 3 different.
And this person, this Mason, is always pushing, telling me to get, telling me to take like psychotropic drugs. It is obvious that they're trying to put an entity in me. I'm being told that there's 2 winged beings following me around now. And, this person's always telling me to take, psychotropic drugs, and I have no idea why. They never give me an explanation, but they swear it's not to put an entity in me. It's like how this person's like, oh, I'm out to help you. Okay, so I'm like, well, tell me how to petition the IRS for the money they made off my straw man. Oh, I can't help you. Here, go to the doctor and take some psychotropic drugs. Life will be better. Yeah, right. stick to the hemp water. And hemp baked into granola is great. There's like these cereal bars they sell at the stove, and they make becoming love even more easier to do. And there's one day where I ate nothing but spirulina and these granola bars where it was hemp baked into granola, and I just like evaporated out of my body while I was driving, and it only lasted for like a split second because I had to focus on the road, and I went to eat chicken like 2 minutes later, so that kind of ruined it. But that's my plan. I've got a whole, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to, well, by the way, before I go any further, once you drink like 10 gallons of like the alkaline water, don't take anything like kava or creatine or anything like that, because it will fuck you up. It will make you feel like you got drunk and wasted because you're so clean that it really will mess you up. And I've been messed up for like the past 2 days, so I couldn't even get happy down there. So yeah, don't eat any creatine or kava after you detox, because this basically removes the tolerance that you have to drugs, especially if you get a 9.5 alkalinity. The first like 6 gallons I had was like a 9.5 alkalinity, and I thought that was too much, so I went back to an 8.5. Remember, every little change, every like 0.1 change is like a big change. Because I was getting like, I was just feeling that I was drinking so much 9.5 to the point where I felt like I had no personality in a bad way. It was like this bad feeling. So yeah, I got a plan to leave my body, which is basically now I can't meditate in this room. It just never works for me. So I will probably tomorrow I'm gonna go and I ordered a whole case of those granola hemp protein bars, and basically I'm just gonna pig out, and then I'm gonna meditate, and then I'm gonna win. I'm a winner. I have a plan. Remember, people, cooked hemp is the shit. It's more psychoactive. Even if they say there's no THC, that's impossible. They're lying. And I know
They're lying.
someone like Mike Killuminati
It does have
watches videos
THC in
like,
it.
oh, granola lowers the sperm count and the testosterone. Yes, that is true. But here's the thing, Mr. Killuminati, I'll kill anyone. If you detox with the alkaline water, you have no tolerance to anything. So I'm going to eat granola and hemp, which is going to make me become love even faster than it did before. And then I'm going to leave my body, and then like the next couple days, next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to have something in the mail, a piece of jewelry that will keep me from my soul being sucked up to some other place, some other dimension. So, and once you leave your body, you get astrally initiated. But we're talking about in meditation. Once you leave your body in meditation, you get astral initiation, and you get jewelry. In my case, it would be soul retention jewelry since I have the soul. So, I probably go off the screen. Wow. I just busted so. Ooh. laughed so hard I busted my gut. Yeah, I really think I'm gonna be gone by the end of this week, since I'm seeing 33 everywhere.
Prozac got lined up. And I should have joined the glittering gold.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it.
Glittering gold.
Yeah. See,
He fucking
needs to be on
ripped.
the television.
Bro is ripped.
By the way, I do feel extremely good. A whole lot better than I ever did. So
Bro's
I don't
fucking
need any
straight ripped.
antipsychotics. I think what happened was that they saw me apologize to the 13th son, so they must have figured he's really gone crazy now. And but yeah, don't take psychotropic drugs for any reason, because
Yeah.
they really just let them not only track you, trace you, they put entities on you. Affluenza
Yep.
was reported as
Akathisia.
they had to, like, basically strap him down to like a barber's chair to get the haircut, because they put a negative entity, well, not a negative entity, but an entity inside of him, like a demonic,
Yep.
a demonic
Akathisia.
non-benevolent one, and
That's the thing, it's called akathisia.
then they shot up them people's so. Yeah, I see a lot of things happening all at once. It's like I see a blue dragon, then you got two winged beings following me around, then you got the number 33 everywhere.
Let me get rid of these.
Oh, it's funny, I'll tell you, this one is for old Gilbert. Gilbert, you there? You remember when they told you to apply for Survivor? Well, guess what? No, you're not coming with me. They sent your they made sure your application went astray. I don't
Yeah,
know
my
why they
Graham's
told
card
me
is
to
all
apply
messed
for it
up.
and not have it go through. So, as soon as they told me, I was like, that's totally you. That's totally you. That whole show is totally you. Yeah, you could be. Yeah, you need. I told them to send you along with me because the chemistry would be like,
Cancel.
great. Or send someone, anyone. Send Kevin Prince, send 13 Signs Astrology, send anyone. Any one of those people would be great. It looks like I gotta bring Planet Riz home to gold myself. All by myself. Yes, I hope I can win this rigged TV show.
This guy's so
Gee, I wonder who's gonna win this show.
Hilarious.
I have no idea who's gonna win.
I can't believe he passed away, bro. This guy's fucking hilarious. He's smart, too. I think he's trolling, bro.
Oh, you know what? I saw this blonde yesterday at the gym. Perfect. Except for one thing, which is the hamstrings. It's always the fucking hamstrings. The first thing I look for on a girl is the fucking hamstrings. And you know why I think this is? Is because the blonde, the one I married, the one that's like, the dancer, the one that leads me to riches, the one I saw on mushrooms, I'm willing to bet that one doesn't have any cheese.
He married an astral
That's the whole
being.
dynamic. Every girl I've ever seen has the hamstring cheese. I doubt this blonde one doesn't. She's a dancer, and dancers are usually very cut. So, I really don't think, it's kind of like how I know she's right for me is because she has no cheese on the hamstring. It's just one of those things where it's like, Katy Perry can't be human because all of her toes are straight. It's one of those things you never see. And you think you would see it in a gym because that's what the people are there to do, to not be piggly wigglies, but apparently that's too much to ask. So, and to this other Mason that's the negative, the asshole guy. he's telling me that my future, basically he is implying that I do indeed master myself before I'm like supposed to be on TV. So in other words, I will end up not needing them. I will only need them in a financial way. So basically he told me that, he implied that yes, I do leave my body without needing the aid of any sort of magic or melanin or that kind of crap. So he told me my future without the Masons, which is that I simply just, my mom dies, father dies, brother dies, I get all the money, then I get, they said that I fuck up the inheritance and I have a run-in with the law, and I don't even know why I would have a run-in with the law.
Where are my viewers at?
Go anywhere and do anything. I don't drive drunk, I don't drink, I don't, I'm not white trash, I'm not, like, you know how, okay, here's a good time to talk about vibrations. People vibrate towards something. Like, if you see someone's, like, you can tell if you see a chick and you know that, like, what she's vibrating to. And this is why I never, like, bother flirting with young women, because they're always, like, vibrating toward a guy that is gonna, like, provide for them. And I see most chicks are, like, vibrating towards, like, a mesomorph or an endomorph. And I see, like, a lot of, especially young girls, they're just, like, you can tell, like, their mindset is, like, they only want to ask a guy out or want to be asked out by a guy that they know is in college or a guy that they know is established already. So I don't bother with girls
make
that
a
have
song
like,
dedicated to
contracts
this
on
guy. I
lower level.
fucking love him.
And
I fucking love this man.
basically that's why I
He like mixes wisdom with humor.
like to deal with
And
it.
it's great.
I don't even like
He knows
do
he's
that.
funny too. The faces he be making and
So
shit.
people vibrate towards certain things, and if you recall, this is all just a giant math equation, and like everyone I run into is like vibrating toward like the lower class people when I know that I'm the ruling class, so I have to wait for that to come back around to me, so I can't deal with any of these lower beings, and I don't even want to anyway, because that's part of what my point is that I'm ascended in the sense that I see everyone who is not talking about the war or the computer or petitioning the IRS as a robot.
a request for like $5, and I was gonna pay you back in the morning, but
I can like everything.
Yeah, I'm
computer
gonna send you
simulation
another
is more
version
powerful to
of
me. For
that
example,
song I did.
I was at Chick-fil-A the other day, and
for you because I got it saved.
these two kids were
I'm
sitting
gonna send
there
you
and
a
they're
bit of
like,
my version.
"Yo, dude, yeah, we had such a good time back in the 8th grade, dude, righteous, oh yeah."
Forward today, but
That's the computer. That's
I'm watching this
the
fucking
program,
hilarious dude on
pre-programmed computer
YouTube,
reactions.
I cannot stop watching it.
The pre-programmed computer responses. You're never going to walk into a restaurant and see two Chinese redheads talking about Moorish sovereignty. And it doesn't even bother me anymore. See, that's what I'm saying. I've mastered myself to the point where if I remember how I just said that I saw like a perfect blonde in the gym the other day with the exception of her hamstrings? Before, if I would have saw that, I would have been like, oh man, I'm a loser, I can't provide for her, I have no business asking the girl out, because I don't have any money to have children and babies and that kind of thing. And now that I'm ascended, I have gotten rid of the expectation, and I have become love to the point where it doesn't bother me anymore, because all I know is that my only goal is to leave my body in meditation I had a plan to do that. Apparently I do that because you got all these 33 numbers popping out at me, screaming, your life path is about to change. Because they know that I won't need them anymore if I can leave my body in meditation. Because it's like, breaking in a gun. The more you use your body, the more you shoot a gun, the easier, smoother the action is.
But they come out of my asshole.
Whatever.
Energy weapons
You
got me
become more broken in.
inventing, motherfucker.
It gets easier every time you
my
do it.
Tourette's with a smoke in my presence. I'm sipping on that ghost. You already know. Gotta clean my fucking
And they said it's a nice jewelry.
Yeah. When I
Handmade
gave up
by
on the
slave workers.
microphone, you know I'm the best. Mitch, I fucking opened their chest. Bro, if these scam callers call me again,
I never forget.
like 55 times,
Oh,
I'm a leader to
no.
the end. Yeah. I lead them on for about 20 minutes. Then I'm like,
I wish,
yo, they say who you're
that
talking to, you need to quit
where
it.
Fred
And I
has
make
the
him cry
catalog
and
and
rage
read.
every time I spit out rhyme and page.
Apparently Fred gets to
Every time I
decide,
get up on a
lower
microphone,
ones
between
like
the one
Gilbert
with this, my
don't
flow
get
is
to decide
straight from the
kind of glory they
spirit.
get.
I'm a lyrical, miracle, spiritual individual. In this winning hole. And I'm diving deep.
Oh, by the way, you noticed how
I'm the
like
best
13
MC.
times astrology
Yo,
was like
I'm about to post some of
big
my
for
writings, so
personality
you better
because
get it.
he got his
Yo,
author set up
salted in the
so that
can. Oh.
he manifests a sense of humor, but he doesn't have one because he's a Mr. Spock. I almost feel bad for him.
They call me Candyman. Pull up in the bread, man.
And I felt that heavy feeling just now where they're sucking you. And by the way, you know who you are. You really brought me down yesterday. I had this one asshole Mason guy who keeps saying Rachel's a fraud. He said that Rachel was never in the presence of the Queen of England. Which is true. Not in, she was in the presence of the Queen of England in a different host body. Like Dita Bontis is a different host body for the Queen of England. So this guy keeps saying, oh, she's a con artist, she's a con artist. Why don't we have a 3-way phone call and you can sort all this out? This is the same person who wants me to take medication and all that whoop-de-doo. Alright, I think I'll end this here. I think I'm 13 times astrology. I think I'm gonna shut this video down. I'm gonna shut this video down. When I was making the audition tape, which is like, mine was only a minute 45 long, I already felt myself losing in life because when I was making the audition tape, I felt very synthetic. Like, see, when I make these videos, it's organic. But if I'm on TV, it's gonna seem to be like very synthetic, and I don't even know what I'm supposed to be. Am I supposed to be myself? Am I supposed to be someone else? Am I supposed to just like be? What am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to be myself on TV? And 13 Times Astrology was saying that there's gonna be like the news was gonna have like people like me go on it and commit disclosure somewhat, and I think it's the better job for me, not necessarily Survivor, but they want me to win Survivor, so in the eyes of the profane, I'm quite literally a survivor, so when Deluge happens, they look to me as a winner. So hopefully, by the time the Deluge happens, I'll have like 4 strands of DNA, and I'll be able to light things on fire with my hands and eyes. Because even that's the thing, survival is a ruse because you die anyway, but the biggest reason why survival is a ruse is because, you know, you're taught, you're indoctrinated via television to think that human beings started fire by doing that kind of crap where you create friction with that little bow and arrow thing. That's all complete nonsense. Back in the day, and it's just like now, we used to follow the reptiles around, and they created fire for us with their, super abilities. There was no, little bow and arrow with the whittle. There was none of that. They were just people, profane, following around reptiles, begging for them to light fires to keep them warm. That's why I always say we're in their circle. Like, Alex Jones is like the king of his castle, the InfoWars crew. They all revolve around him. Same with Vince McMahon. They all revolve around him. That's the natural order of things. On this dimension, anyway. I'll end this video at 25:33. Whoa. 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 So I'm really starting to think that JSX is a djinn. I'm seeing a crap load of parallels between Fred and 13 Son with JSX. For example, Fred said that the order of the green light, the Freemasonic order of the green light, which is the highest order of Freemasonry, forced out Pope Ratzinger from the Catholic Church. Well, not from the Catholic Church, but they forced him to step down and resign as Pope. So JSX has a video where he says that he was the one who caused Ratzinger to have heart attacks in order to step down. And of course, Ratzinger is energy sensitive, so he knows who the attack came from. And JSX, claims to be Nostradamus, George Washington, Gandhi, all these past life Freemasons. So, it's pretty cut and dry at this point. SX is obviously got a lot to hide because he never responds to the comment section on his videos, much like, Cyrus King and 13th Sign Astrology. And JSX came on YouTube with websites already established to make money. He already came on YouTube to make money. He already had his websites set up to make money, spiritualsymposiums.com and jsx.com. He already had his website set up for even entering YouTube to make money. And then he was like, I'm just an old man, I don't know how to use this technology. Yeah, bullshit. You came on YouTube with websites already set up, and then you cry about how you're an old man that doesn't know how to use technology. Here's another thing. His middle name is not Aramelius. He just added that. That's like a YouTube, screen name that he just added to enhance his name. See, the word Aramelius is a lot like the word Aramu, because 13 Son always says that he's an Aramu. And the 13 Son's like, in other words, an Aramu is like hinting that, he's a djinn. So I just see so many connections with the word Aramelius and Amaru. I'm sorry, I meant to say Amaru, not Aramu. 13 Son always says that he's an Amaru, which would be, a djinn. So, you have JSX calling himself Aramelius, which is a lot like Aramu or Amaru, whatever, same thing. And here's another parallel. JSX put out some videos today, August 27, 2014, saying that he's been burnt alive many times in past lives. Well, you know who else has been burnt alive too? Fred aka Pita, aka 359 Freemasonic degree. He's been burnt alive too. So you've got JSX talking about how many times he's been burnt alive, and Fred has been burnt alive. And see, the thing is, the reason why they burn them alive is because they're pieces of shit who put curses on towns. Remember, Fred was the Salem witch. Fred is like one of the biggest pieces of shits in the world. And you know what really bothers me is that you have some dumb people who make like a comment where JSX will say that he was George Washington, and some dumb motherfucker puts a comment down there and says, "Oh, Jay for president." I'm like, I replied to that comment, and I'm like, he already was president. We've already tried, voting for all these Freemasons. We've already tried that. And your dumbass wants to vote him in again. You have to be fucking kidding me. There's nothing but bad Freemasons. They're all bad. They're not all evil, but they are all bad. I hope you see the difference. They're all, tax-free. It's kind of like there are no good cops. There are no good lawyers. Why is that? Because there's nothing but bad laws. But of course, sociopaths like Gilbert will say that there are good lawyers and that there are good cops, but there are not. The only reason why he says that is because he's got a lot of friends that are cops, lawyers, sports, football players, politicians. He always brags about how big his family is. Yeah, because there are a bunch of. Well, I'm not even going to get into Gilbert right now. Been tearing that ass up for a long time. So, Cyrus King says that I showed up in the Matrix as like the main character from Guardians of the Galaxy, where the guy finds out that he's only half human. And this is something that Ruben Angelo told me. So the question is, if I'm only half human, what is the other half? Well, obviously I'm a dragon, but the thing is, what is a dragon? I think it was 13 Signs of Astrology that said that a dragon, even though it looks like a dragon, it's really it was Andrew Bartzis that said this. Even though a dragon looks like a dragon, it's really just a stream of consciousness. And that would make sense because I am the model brain. So basically, I'm like a computer in and of itself. Basically, I'm like Skynet, a djinn, a dragon, all in one. And it wouldn't surprise me if I found out that, like, okay, someone that's either like an Elohim or Draco is my fifth dimensional father. Someone like, Fred or one of the Elohims is my papa. It probably is. It wouldn't surprise me. Pita was my fifth dimensional father. Or, you know what else? I was thinking that maybe my conception was immaculate, meaning that there was no dick involved. I mean, maybe my biological father was sticking my mom, but his sperm wasn't what actually fertilized it. They just made him think that. You know what I mean? It's like they made him think it, but that's not actually what happened. So basically, if you read in between the lines, it's like I'm the most I'm at the most advantage of pretty much everybody, because basically I'm like the card-carrying member of the Lucky Sperm Club, and I have it good. And you know what? I think we're under some sort of like Virgo energy right now, so I ventured off into the internet, where I opened up a profile on OkCupid.com because I was like really lonely. There's all this Virgo energy or something like that, and needless to say, it didn't work out. And here's what pissed it. I literally just wanted to like pick up my laptop and throw it out the fucking window. Now, normally I don't care about women, like, right? I don't care. But because this Virgo energy, it made me long for a woman. So I was basically getting like super lonely, super just in need of love. So I opened up this, OkCupid, and I must have messaged like 90 people, and I only got 2 to respond. And one of them, both conversations like ended, well, obviously they ended, but one ended because like the chick was like, started ranting on me. She was like, oh, I work for the Department of Defense, that, of course, I'm always honest with people, and she basically just went off on me, and she's like, I work for the Department of Defense that keeps your country safe and keeps your ass free and blah, 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 and, total drone bullshit. So, basically, I'm trying to work on her to get her to let you out on a date or something, and, it just fell by the wayside, because I always very quickly will clash with someone if they're a drone. Sure enough, she was, so that was the end of her. So this other one, I find, and she seems like she's smart because she knows about Monsanto, so that's like, a building block. That's because her profile says the word Monsanto in it, that puts her like above like everyone else in the whole entire website, because that's like a conspiracy trigger word, so that puts her like way above all the rest of the dogs on the website. So here's what makes me want to throw my fucking laptop through the window. This chick stops messaging me because she doesn't believe I'm real. She doesn't think that a guy that looks as good as I do could have such an intellectual conversation, and she literally like shut me down and stopped. She literally blocked me because I insisted that I indeed was the person in the fucking pictures. So she was so sure that I was just trolling her that she just fucking like ended the fucking conversation. So I was so mad that I went to Dunkin' Donuts and had a medium pumpkin spice latte, And at first it made me feel good because it brought my blood back down to 7.0, but then it dipped lower than that, which made my blood acidic. And then today when I woke up, I felt like a wild man that would say pretty much anything to get into a fight. So I could tell it was overly acidic today. So I took some monatomic gold, drank a lot of water, a lot of wheatgrass, a lot of hemp. But I still think I need like a gallon of 9.5. And but the coffee did feel good because it was nice to be like in tune with the environment. Because too much alkaline obviously is gonna put you out of tune with your junk DNA, your environment DNA, and yeah, I was just so pissed about. I mean, I'm gonna not try to complain. But basically, it's like I said in the other video where it's just like I've just been suffering from too much nothing, and see, the thing is, it's other things like JB Murdoch and I are a really good match in so many ways, and of course it's like it's not gonna happen. It's like everyone besides Melanie is futile, and it's like Danny J too. It's like I was telling her yesterday, it's like, of course you and I are a good match, and of course we're never gonna meet. It's like all these people that are healthy for me, they live in bumfuck Egypt, they live so far away, and they're already on a different life path, and it's like, see, I really understand basically the problems of, you know, poor people where you just, see, I'm poor in spirit. I might have money to do this and that, but still I'm just poor in spirit. So I understand the problems of poor people because I understand the too much nothing concept. And you can make an argument that I'm even poorer than the average poor person because the average poor person can at least have friends that they relate to. I don't relate to anyone, which makes me even more neurotic, crazy, spiritually imbalanced, so on and so forth. Like, I can't, what's his name? There's a guy by the name of If It All Fails. He was a bottom bitch at Being a Big One and Being a Big One Champagne Room. And he hit the nail on the head. He said, Jordan, your soul is starving, but it doesn't have to starve because you can go inside yourself. Well, here's the thing. I can go inside myself, but it would involve eating a raw fish diet, and
What?
I know this before in several videos where the furthest I ever got spiritually was eating nothing but raw fish and you know, raw food, obviously. But the thing is, obviously, it stinks too much, and the farts are too nasty, and
Yes, it's fish.
so it's just not feasible. Eating only raw fish is just not feasible, and so I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you mean by going inside yourself, and believe me, I want to go inside myself, and I want to not need any external comfort, but the thing is that I can't, it's just basically it's a matter of pure science. You eat meat, you eat cooked meat, you need comfort from the external to make up for the eating cooked food. So, you know, maybe speaking of going back to the I'm half human thing, I think I could be like the Dark Lord, like the Saturnian. No, that doesn't make any sense. Forget I said that. However, I will say that it really does suck to be a Capricorn. That always makes it worse. And to the people who say things like, "Oh, Jordan, you whine too much," or whatever, please consider that I did everything I possibly could to be proactive. I called all the magical societies, I contacted the Freemasons, I called the senators and the politicians, I sent private messages to the gym people on YouTube. I was extremely proactive. I called magic shops, I called people who were affiliated with magic shops, I called Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. So before you call me like a whiny bitch, please keep in mind that I did everything I possibly could within my power to empower myself, and it all failed. So, and the reason why it all fails is because the green light people don't want me to be taught by the everyday Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn people. They don't want that. They want to give me the unfiltered lessons. They don't want like the watered down shit that was given to the everyday ghost busting fantasy nerd person. And like I said, keep in mind that like you're not the one who wakes up feeling like they got like rifle butted in the neck. You're not the one who has like the police at your fucking door. I mean, I want you to put yourself in my shoes. You tried everything you could to be proactive, to better yourself. Like I tried to be vegan. I tried to get magic lessons. I tried to claim Moorish nationality. I tried to do this, I tried to do that, and it all failed. I think I have every right to be a so-called quote-unquote whiny bitch. I think I have every right because it's not my fault that I failed. It's the fucking Adjustment Bureau keeping me from becoming it. Basically, the Freemasons made damn sure I wasn't anything. And, for example, they had, remember how there was like the psychic parasite release during my sleep? You know, the Freemasons, like the Draconians could easily say, oh, here's how you put up like a protection grid, or here's how you put up this, or here's how you avoid that. But of course, they say nothing because they made damn sure that I wasn't anything. They made sure that they have blocks in my aura. They made sure
Who the
that I
motherfucker
never
best would step to be?
found
My motherfucker breath is my destiny. When I get up on the microphone, you gonna see.
romantically.
Motherfucker, y'all. Yo, my flow so free, bitch, you know I'm the illest, my flow is the realest.
So before you say, like, I complain, I really want you to think about.
I'm gonna have to slate this one.
Yeah, you really need to think about.
Save all this.
What you say before you say it, because So I made a video called You're Not Supposed to Feel This Raped. And believe me when I say I fucking tried, like, I don't see,
Dog, where's my playlist? Break bones, shatter her fake as gnomes. You already know that I'm in your motherfucking zone. Yo, I'm in the zone. I'll fuck up your pants and I'll put them in your chest. I don't give a fuck, yo, I'll leave you out of press. I hate the way the beat drops sometimes. I don't give a fuck, yo, I think I'm a grind. Yo, I'm doing risks, motherfucker eating Ritz, sipping Chris. Motherfuckers know that my name ain't Chris, his name is Matt. But I don't give a fuck, I hit you with the bag. Yo, I do my own thing. I ain't got a diamond chain, I ain't got a diamond ring, but I got a rhyming thing. Did you wanna see when I fucking freestyle like this for weeks? Yo, they can't stop me, even though time don't exist. I'ma do this for a year straight, do this till I'm fucking in my coffin. Why you coughing, motherfucker? I literally snarl, bitch. Who the best? They ain't even fucking stepping to me, bitch. I bring out the weaponry, G. Yeah, sipping the ghost. I make you a fucking ghost when I roast any MC that wants to boast. Yo, break up this shit, make us sick, make custard. Bitch, I break it bones down to make custard with you, bitch. Get a fucking tissue, cause you fucking trying. While I'm rhyming, fighting, designing. Do I have enough to get to level 50? I don't know. Oh, I got so close, damn. Alright, I hit 50. So what the fuck you talking about? You gonna get punched in the mouth. Yeah, the way I freestyle is ill. Motherfucker about to pop a pill. Yeah, got 480 fucking things to grab. Yo, I'm traveling around like the Phantom Project. Motherfucker, I'm in the projects like 9. I'm in your bitches twat, getting it high, hitting that G-spot, yeah. So why you even fucking wanna run up? You get done up quick. Get the fucking shit beat out you. You wanna fucking cry every single time that I rhyme. I'm gonna rhyme like F you with orbit. Motherfucker, just storm it, absorb it like a missile. Fuck what they do in the Palestine. It's all as like in the state of mind. Yo, the synagogue of Satan. It even says in Revelations to be the ones that claim to be Jews but are not. I don't give a fuck, yo, I'm in that fucking twat. With the freestyle, yo, I'm like Blind Fury the way I rhyme. The way I hit the beat so perfectly. You gon' be up in the emergency, yo. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck, yo. Leave me with the bucket. Like it's a fucking explode with us episode. Fucking end the flow. Yeah, end flow. I don't know. The fuck beat is this? I need some crystal meth. Some crystal meth in my system. Gotta run like this and cause a prism. Yeah, like we at a Pink Floyd concert. I don't give a fuck, yo. I stomped hers on the fucking beat. Need me an Adepex to speed. Yo, I don't need weed, but I need drugs. What the fuck? Yo, you eating slugs. Sold on it. Eating slugs, even salt can't stop them. slugs, even salt can't stop them. Dog, that ain't my fucking problem. What the fuck you got a nosh? Even salt can't stop. Can't stop. I'm in the fucking throat of your world. I'm in the throat of the world, like the throat of your girl. This ain't Skyrim, but I'm about to model up. Model up a nudity. Look at what these Jews trying to do to me. I mean, Zionists gotta make a difference though. I don't give a fuck, yo, my cripple flows. Hit you in your fucking nose. You a cokehead. Bitch, I'm out for more bread, like the factory. Motherfucker, I'm charging like a battery. Somebody disconnect me, cause I ain't even the plug on the socket. Who wanna rock it? Who wanna stop it? I can put my boom baps, beats will go. Yeah. Salt on the wound, bring it to your tomb, y'all. Wait, hold up. Bring that beat back for a minute so I can just rap. Kick a freestyle all day and take a nap. Yeah. Try to step to me and I'ma bring the weaponry. Like we just raided an armory and Walking Dead. Yo, you ever been to Philly? Kensington is like the Walking Dead, yeah. You heard what I said? Yo, I get pain in my chest. Motherfuckers aim for the vest, yeah. I don't shoot a vest, I shoot a fucking. Even slugs, shit. Eating slugs, even salt can't stop them. If you got a problem, I'ma solve it quick. With the 30 ain't special, motherfucker. You ain't special, Ed. Yo, shout out to my homie Ed, what he said. He told me to kill any MC that wants to step to me. I'll rip his fucking dreads off. Take his grill out, why you bubbling, dog? I can spit on boobaps or any type of beat that you hand me. Yo, are you wearing hand-me-downs? But I ain't flexing G, yo. I'm dirty as shit. Living at grandma's, I don't give a fuck, yo. She the illest woman that I ever met, and I take care of her until the death. Yo, she's 6'7". At 6 plus 7 is 13, yo. There's a reason that they use them numbers. I don't give a fuck, yo. I straight up smother. Fuck the bullet. I shoot you with a vest. And I'm in it, and I do this the best. Motherfuckers leave me by their breath. Every time that I rhyme it, I can keep the beat up and switch it up a bit. Bro, I don't give a fuck, sipping on that ghost. People need toast, like we nigga breakfast. Break fast, motherfucker, you better dash fast. Like, my name is Shapeshift, playing Geometry Dash. I don't play that game though, I don't fuck with side scrollers. I'm the fucking rhyming for y'all, yeah, and I just fired you. Motherfucker try to step that weekend, I'ma just splash down. Straight up, yo, I'm tired like Michigan. Motherfucker know that I just straight into me. Yo, get into me. Sipping on the ghost, got me flying. I don't give a fuck, yo, check me out as I get. I got the keys to Zion. Motherfucker know that I am the pilot. Fly me to Tylenol Island like that Lord Eminem verse. Leave me with a horse, bitch, I do the worst. Every time I get up on it, I'm in the anti-social trading guild, and you know it. That we making money in the game. Bro, but I only got 2 mil, man, this beat just ended, so fuck it.
Got into it with that dude Johnny Slash, who's his homie. he had made a post on Instagram making fun of me. I don't like the dude's attitude, man, you know? I'm not saying anything about his beat making skills, just knocked out the rock.
Shit, you tell rocket ribs. Motherfuckers know that I'm straight stop, bitch. I think it's funny, but honey, I don't give a fuck, yo. I got it written, I can kick, I don't know. I don't fucking blow like that anymore, but I gotta go, yo. This is not written when I'm spitting. Motherfucker, I'm the fucking tonic in your system. I'm dead, look inside my dead eyes. Yo, I'm ready dead, look inside my dead eyes. Motherfucker, I'll leave you with bed stars, cause you sleeping on me too long, yeah. The way I rhyme is insane. Yo, check Wolverine on the page, somebody give me your word. That's a what you serve, to the bird. Motherfuckers know that I'm straight third, yo. The way I'm out, I got me flying. I don't give a fuck, yo. I like you in the Gotha, yeah, check it out, I'm like Sparta. I enter Gotha, then I smoke the flora. Motherfuckers know that I'm off the Torah. Yo, that one drug that Epstein had. Give a fuck, like Epstein. Dad, my dad tried to question me if I was Palm Beach P. No, I'm in the Palm Beach getting litty. Motherfuckers know I ain't in my city. Motherfuckers know that I get gritty. Yay, hooray, no chats. Motherfucker, yo, hit you with the ball bat. Yeah, that little slugger. Yeah, they call me the, yes, fucking baseball player that they ever seen. Yeah, better than Baby Ruth. I need a Baby Ruth in my tooth, cause my tooth is leaking. Yo, I got Lou Gehrig's disease. What the fuck is that word? Man, my knees hurt like a fool. I don't give a fuck, I'm in the groove. You shit for the Christopher. Like that one Eminem mom, I'ma call it out. No, fuck Eminem, he's falling off. Yeah, cause he a sellout. Yeah, he went to the 13th floor and did a ritual. That's where Devil's Night came from. Yo, look that up, I don't give a fuck, yo. They all into some weird shit like P. Diddy in his mansion stacking baby oil. I don't give a fuck. He has enough oil in there for the government to raid him. Motherfucker, get why I put you in the stadium. But you ain't got no fans, I just put you in there to humiliate you, dog. Fuck, yo. I'm in the fucking ball. Yeah, ball. And see it? What's up, ball? Yo, what did this be? I don't really know, but yo, what did they do to that guy? Motherfuckers know that I'm straight rap rock, yeah. Motherfucker, yeah, check it out the way you're minding. Yeah, the beat just dropped and I'ma shine like a diamond. Yo, that beat is so cliche. Shout out to Diabolic and KBO. Beast 33, they taught me how to rhyme, bro. Yeah, this is freestyle off the top and I'm getting it. If I was a spit or written, you would be like, wow, man, did he really write that? Can he really fight back? I don't give a fuck, yo. I'm in the battle rap, but if it's on a beat, if you can't on a beat, then don't beat rap on a beat, then don't see me. Motherfuckers know that I just flee. Actually, I don't flee, I come back cause I'm a passive aggressive narcissist. Yeah, I'm a narcissist, I love myself and hate you. Motherfucker, bitch, I break you on the mic. Motherfuckers know I ate 10 dudes and then I dipped like Ted Bundy. Oh wait, he didn't eat people, so that's kinda weird. I don't give a fuck, yo, I'm a straight up seer. That's Jeffrey Dahmer. Motherfuckers know that I'm spitting more than llamas, yeah. I'm drooling, oh, I just rolled on myself, I gotta wipe it up. I got an orange mustard stain on my shirt, and I don't give a fuck, this is my favorite shirt. Yo, got to put you in that dirt, put your dick in that dirt. You know that I exert the force of 1,000 trains. I'm going insane, yo, what time it is? Dropping houses, topics on the populace, stalking it through metropolis, bones to get broken like promises. Dominance in these documents, full you spitter incompetent, conquering with my confidence, lock you in the sarcophagus. Bitch, I'm running out of breath, yo. You know I'm on top of this. Stocking into Metropolis, you know I drop oranges all over your land space. I don't give a fuck, you gonna pick them up and make you some juice. I don't give a fuck, yo. You know that I'm like juice proof, yo. I love that fucking movie with you talking it. I don't give a fuck, yeah. I'm about to drop a new rhythm. Ooh, the way I'm flowing is going and showing the bonus. And I'm going deeper than the ocean, yeah. Or deeper than space, if it exists. Does it exist? I don't know, cause I ain't never been there. Bitch, I sing share. Oh. Motherfucker, you ain't never been there. In your life, I got fair skin. Motherfucker, yo, I'm about to give you twins. Yo, my shit got effect. Yeah, I like them 45-year-old milfs that are like daddy. Hit it from the back, hit it never stop. I don't give a fucking crap, I need shit. What's the point of saying crap if I just keep swearing while you staring? Yeah, you a Karen. Yes, son. What kind of beat is this? A beat from Memphis. I don't give a fuck, it will end it. Some of the poet, and then we're done with it. Fall down and collapse from the sound of us. Around and crush, pound of dust. Decibel never speed down us. Get it, set it down us. Mountain forward with the master touch. Rushing the bus and I turn it to dust. Morphing the Morpheus, I'm in the rush. No get it, the band, I'm out in the blood. Yeah. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I gotta prove it. Yo, 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 yo. Fall down and collapse from the sound of us. A pound and crush, a pound of dust. Decibel levels be mounting us. Get it, sit it, mounting us. Mount the board with the massive tusk. Rushing the bus and I turn it to bus. Morphing the Morpheus, I'm in the rush. No kin to the band, I'm out in the word. I don't need a fucking club. Electrify like I'm like the plug. Short to the game when I'm off the drug. All of these rappers because of the bus. Talk when I bust. Home when I cuss. Home when I bust. Stacking the demon, the anger, the breathe like a bus. Chicken has be acting sus. I swear I don't need a fuss. Got tricks in the mix and the out of love. Killing the trick with a verbal cut. But it's enough. I'm in a rush. Coming up out of the mud. See you in the mix like when I pull the fucking plug. Yeah, I ain't the plug in the socket. Motherfuckers know that's how I rock it. When I get up on the microphone, it's not just stop it. You got it to my wrist. I don't give a fuck. I'm eating your wrist. Breakfast, motherfucker, you a cracker. Action, it's like I'm a cracker, yo. Straight up snacker. You might need the cheese when I spit so free. When I get up on the microphone, you gon' see. Motherfuckers know that I'm an entity, yo. Press is my king, I don't give a fuck, yo. I follow the God, I don't give a fuck, yo. Gotta stop. stop cussing. Every time I buzz it, get up on the microphone, yeah. Baby, I fuck your cousin, but you be fucking her too. Then I got a EBV virus, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Then I had to go to the clinic. Yeah. It's in my spirit. Yeah. When I get up and I'm like, fuck, you know I clear it. Sipping that ghost and I'm about to take off like a rocket. That's pretty tight. Fucking 5 diamonds rhyming, yo. You go fucking Zionist, yo. Slice your wrist, motherfucker, get a party like I got shit. It's not the right straight. That's a stretch, motherfucker. I don't do this, I do this to the death. Yeah, on the rapping to the death, fighting to the blind. I don't give a fuck, yo. I straight up torture them with braille. Yeah, I spit in braille. Rapping to the death, praying to the blind. I don't give a fuck, yo, I do this all the time. Gotta save this, cause I'm in the basement. About to use the speed and straight bring amazement. Yeah, this the one I'm gonna record to, but I don't give a fuck, I straight up bore you. Beats, I'm gonna record to. Save it, bitch, you cannot face it. When I get up on the microphone, it's straight amazement. Whoa. Check out the beat. I don't give a fuck, man. This shit straight up weed. You in the weed. Wait. Spit to the death. Rhyme to. Spit to the death. Spit to the death. Right to the blind. Spit to the death. Rhyme to the blind. I'm in my plug, cyber plug, cybernetic. I don't give a fuck. Better than let it, headed in your brain. I don't give a fuck, shit insane. All the top end. I need a cigarette to get quick. The nicotine levels is lowering. Fuck stick my dick up inside your hole. Yeah, cause that's the way it goes. Alright, I gotta chill. Tell me some beats I like. Tell me some cheese and rice. No, cheese and rice. Praise Jesus Christ. That's what I do wanna be. I don't give a fuck. I wanna smell your feet. Bitch, I'm off the tweet. Bitch, I'm off the tweet. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck you think? Figure it out, little bruises. Figure it out, little bruises. God damn it. Walking by, like I kicked out, and he getting high, and he drunk shit, that's him laid out, when I'm walking by. What the fuck is time? Figure it out, little bruises. 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 It was my mom's. She just gave me a call. I'm supposed to be the caretaker after a while. Yeah, but she about to fall, and I ain't there. Actually, I'm gonna fall, and she about to fall, but instead I fall. And she about to fall, but I really fall. And she, yeah, I'ma do this for you. But instead I fall. But instead I fall. But instead I fall. Out inside the hall. Outside the hall, calling for my mom. Outside the hall, outside the hall, calling for my mom. That's gonna be the Little Bruises beat. I'm gonna save that beat. Download. And I'm about to fall, but instead you fall. I'm getting pretty dull, and my legs is rotten, and I got a bottle. Motherfucker, no, like the dog, like a startle. Leave a startle when the get to breathe. Fall, and I'm in the stall, and I'm about to fall, but I'm still scared. And I got some head from new bread. I don't give a fuck. I'm up in the truck, swerving in my Cadillac, man, you can't solve. Figure it out, little bruises. 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 Yo, I just called my mom on the phone, and she at home alone. But I'm in the hall straight up fine. Please, live in, figure it out, person. fuck I'm gonna do. Honestly, I feel bad, but the shit is new. Yo, donate, it's going to hell. Figure it out, little bruises. 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 DJ Young Blender and about this radio. Alright, let's turn on Mr. Schizo. Dr. Schizo. Ew. And I'm at the mall. What a fucking dog. And I'm getting paid as a caretaker gay. What a fucking joke. I just need to roll. It's fucking. What a fucking joke. I'm like dated, I can make it earn better. Person. Figure it out, person. I'm some damn meth, bitch.